Among plastic surgeons, Dr. Alfonso Barrera stands out as one of the most respected and distinguished in his field. He is known around the world as one of the foremost experts in cosmetic surgery. Dr. Barrera is a trusted professional known to his patients not only for his amazing expertise, but for the genuine concern and compassion he has for the well-being and safety of each individual.
You know, it really is a big responsibility when a patient comes to me for surgery, especially aesthetic plastic surgery, which is what I do the most. I like to make certain that whatever it is they want is something that can be done safely and with a good outcome.
A clinical assistant professor at the Baylor College of Medicine, Dr. Barrera is certified by both the American Board of Plastic Surgery and the American Board of Otolaryngology. He is a past president of the Houston Society of Plastic Surgeons, has authored numerous scientific articles and plastic surgery textbooks, and has been in private practice since 1985.
If you're thinking about having plastic surgery, it is very important not only to check that the surgeon has the proper credentials, that is certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery, but you need to make certain that also, his reputation is good, the opinion of his peers regarding him, and best of all, word of mouth. If you know someone who had the surgery by him and is very satisfied, that is key. I'm not so sure that it's such a good idea for patients to base their decision on an ad. As you know, there's an abundance of ads here and there, but that is misleading. A lot of the surgeons are not properly trained.
But no accolade or credential can substitute for the praise of Dr. Barrera's patients. From first consultation to post-surgical follow-up, every client of Dr. Barrera experiences the warmth and personal care that has come to personify his practice.
As many women experience after having children, you no longer recognize what's left behind. You're in a shell that wasn't there previously. From head to toe, there was more than one place that I wasn't happy with. Unfortunately, I had developed a bone spur on my forehead to the point where I had to wear bangs that covered it, and it was very embarrassing. Dr. Barrera actually went through my hairline and chiseled this bone spur, and obviously today you can't even tell where that procedure was done. I also had some liposuction done underneath my chin that I was very, very happy with, and the other procedures as well have been an accurate reflection of what I asked him to do. With Dr. Barrera's staff, and I mean the entire staff, not just from him personally, but from the front desk, from the nurse, the woman that's taking you to your car, the phone call you get later that afternoon. There is no one else other than him and his staff that I could say I honestly am 100% confident with that they truly care for you personally, individually. There's truly no one like Dr. Barrera.
About 12 years ago, I had a full facelift in Dallas, and as the years passed, I noticed that I had less and less hair, very noticeable around the temple and up in here. It created a very high forehead. So I felt like that I needed to have something done, and a doctor friend of mine in Dallas referred me to Dr. Alfonso Barrera. When I was up here for my first appointment and I met Dr. Barrera, it didn't take very long to become very comfortable with him and his demeanor. He's very low-keyed. He does not put any pressure on you at all. He explains very precisely what the procedure entails. I showed him my areas of concern, and we talked about what needed to be done. We set up an appointment, and I started in from there. I'm very pleased with the results. I would come again if I had to. I have referred friends up here. He exudes the feeling that he is a family member, and I like to call him Dr. B. When I got home, got in bed, started taking my pills. At about 7:30 at night, he calls to check on me. I thought that was so great, and I am so thankful for the doctor in Dallas referring me to Alfonso Barrera.
I'm proud that we can offer our patients the comfort of having their own surgery here in-house without the need to go to the hospital. All that I do is outpatient. The patient will go home the same day. And not only that, it's safer here because there's no sick patients, and we don't have all those antibiotic-resistant antibiotics near the office. So the infection rate is extremely low under this setting. In addition, we do everything under sedation and local anesthesia without the need for a general anesthetic. That is, there's no need to intubate the patient. Very rarely there's the nausea and vomiting that accompany general anesthesia. And they recuperate a lot faster, being able to go home, and they're able to even walk, even after tummy tucks. My patients are able to walk the same day with minimal discomfort. They know many times of neighbors or cousins, someone that had an abdominoplasty that is a tummy tuck and couldn't move for a month. Our patients can walk the first day, the same day they can walk.
About 3 months ago, I came in to see Dr. Barrera because I was concerned about my neck. When your youngest grandchild can reach up and hold on and jiggle it, you know there's a problem. So I told him I'd think about it, went home, thought about it for 30 minutes, called him back and made an appointment. He saw no reason to change anything else, didn't want anything about my eyes changed, nothing. And he said all he would do with my neck. Went back the next day and he took the bandage off and I went, oh my God, all that flab's gone, how cool. I'm 66, I feel great, and thanks to Dr. Barrera, I look great.
In my early 30s, I had 3 C-sections with 3 young children. I'd had to have those 3 surgeries. I'd had a couple more for just various things, and one was a lumpectomy. Everything was fine. Everything always tended to be fine. I was working out all the time, and I still had this area in my stomach that just wouldn't go away. And I was working out. My diet was good. It wasn't perfect, but I was doing a pretty good job. And I worked out a lot, like a crazy person. And I had found out that I needed to have a hysterectomy. And whenever I was in talking to my OB, he said that I needed to. He said, I'd have to go under. And my husband and I started talking, and he said, well, would you like to get anything done? You've complained that about, of course, after 3 children, I was very unhappy with my chest. And then I had the problem with my stomach. He said, well, why don't you talk to the doctor and see if you can do it at the same time, if you're already going to go under. My gynecologist had suggested Dr. Barrera, and I wasn't real comfortable with that. I wanted a female. He told me that he was going to give me one name and one name only, and it was Dr. Barrera. He said it didn't matter if it was a male or female, he would only give me the best. And he was right. I came and I met with Dr. Barrera. His entire staff is fantastic. I love them all. I mean, they're so wonderful. And he made me feel very confident. And the procedure was completely easy. I went through, of course, I had a hysterectomy at the same time. And that's really the only pain that I had. I mean, I was up in, a week. I was able to walk and exercise. One of the best things after the surgery was to see the results that I'd been working out all the time and had never been able to see, and it was immediate. Within a month, when everything had gone down, all of a sudden I had these muscles that had been there all along, and you couldn't have seen them without it. I have referred all of my friends and some of my family members. Everyone is just as happy. I honestly thought that plastic surgery and this sort of thing was really for other people. But now that I've done it, especially with Dr. Barrera, I'm a huge fan.
Hair restoration, breast augmentation, eyes, nose, body contouring, reconstruction. No matter what you are looking for, you'll find it in Dr. Alfonso Barrera.
My staff and myself are committed to make certain your experience is the best it can be. And in the end, what matters to me the most is patients coming to tell me, thank you, Dr. Barrera, I really like what you've done for me.